My thoughts concerning and talk about what I think modern journalism has become, and uh, it's very disappointing. I think that it's as if they want to keep us at, on their nicest of days dumbfounded with what they're saying, and in the heat of their most passionate moments, they like to see people broken uh, on your TV at home. The way that content on 60 Minutes, I thought it was a joke. First, the name was Liz Hayes. Like, this is not Liz Hayes. I know Liz Hayes, and get her to punch your fucking head in. Yeah, you know the real Liz Hayes. Liz Hayes, 60 Minutes. That the way she spoke to that poor girl Sarah. I got smashed TVs. Smash a 54-inch fucking widescreen 3 HDMI port, USB input fucking TV for you, just because I fucking hated how Liz Hayes 60 Minutes spoke to that girl Sarah Rivesi. I wish her all the best. That moment where you it disgusts me, where and it's like, it reminds me of livestock hunters that place heads of deer they've shot and killed on their living room wall. Yeah, and I think it is also, there's elements of the making a human sacrifice resonates out in the journalist manner as well. And then they're gonna say, mean it, that Australia supports you during this difficult time. It doesn't fucking happen. She'll choose her friends, and she'll have people call her various kinds of evil. And so what 60 Minutes done for her? She did well to hold her ground. They're not worthy of capturing her perspective breakdown. I think when is the day gonna come that you're watching these frontline journalists targeting the so-called foundation of Caucasian Australia's morality and Christian filth? Some of these people who turn out to become serial killers, I look at them and I think of a time earlier in their life where they might have been really decent people, and they may not have known of any other way to gain societal acceptance except to place trust in. And it would only take, I think, the Garden of Eden story, the logistics of that creation story, once it becomes second nature and taken for granted. It's, why isn't 60 Minutes talking about, headline, the book of Genesis has been discovered to be a disgusting offense? Instead, they come out trying to say that the way these criminals think is and it's like they are having a go at Jean-Paul Sartre and Simone de Beauvoir and Martin Heidegger and these postmodern existentialist philosophers, not to mention a bunch of other professionals today. I mean, they go, "Oh, he perceived her as an object, as an object, as an object." Yeah, well, if she was created from a rib, that is exactly all she fucking was. And if Earth was placed in danger because she ate an apple, then you know, I think that the religious right is fostering this, and so these criminologists come out saying things like, "Oh, he perceived her as an object." If a woman goes to a gynecologist for pap smear, which is the gyno supposed to professionally perceive her vagina as something more than an object? Is he supposed to go down on her maybe? Have a fuck? Prove that he doesn't think she's an object? Oh, your vulva and labia is so much more than an object. May I commend your pap smear? These are exactly the same ideas that are in fact considered disciplinary in other professions, and needed to be considered, or else you'll have worse than malpractice going on in gynecology facilities. And you know, they say these are all the values that were held by these serial killers. So what is that doing? You know, it's actually, if you stop and think that part of your evolution is also from trees, monkeys. You watch monkeys do not fuck their own goddamn family. They don't. Even if you look at the bonobo on on the Discovery Channel, they'll show you bonobos going up to other injured bonobos that aren't even related to them or in their tribe, and nursing them and nurturing them as they recover from wound infliction. And there's no reason to. They're not fucking them. The bonobo is not going, "Oh, your arm is ripped. And I'm not in your tribe or family, so I'll fuck you." The bonobos are smarter than the mainstream media of Homo sapiens, as far as I'm concerned. You know, that's the best that your criminologist can do, is say, "Oh, this serial killer was not true God-fearing. Instead, he saw everyone as objects." Well, in a sense, you are. In a sense, I'm an idea to you, and your brain waves to me, and so that's why this digital form of communication has its upshots. You can't not but be contained within a brain. Pretty much everyone in modern philosophy, they're not contending against this. They're not contesting this point. That they're trying to bring in the defenders of Christianity. William Lane Craig, I'd like to debate him. That guy's fucking sellout. Total fucking sellout. But yeah, you've got they're useless. The criminologists and the reports to us about what makes serial killer. What does it do to the? You've got to think everybody's physiology differs. Their amounts of sensitivity differ. What if these people who became serial killers were young kids, and they got told, you know, "You're so special. You were made in the image of God," and that's that contains concealment right there of inbreeding, forced inbreeding for the sake of saving the race. Oh, the race will die unless you impregnate your sisters, cousins, and your mothers, And I think I'm very convinced that this story is trusted in. It's so sickening to the sex drive as to make you want to do nothing but go around bashing everyone else you can find. And but we don't see that talked about on the news. Instead we get this bullshit, undeserved slander of existentialist concepts. See, this we save to a video clip on your screen as a form of data, and a file will be an object with a link you can click. And I'm an object, and I'm ideas. There's no monism is the view that there's it's the lie that there's one single right way to understand the world, and it's a deception. It's like the persecution of the drug using community. Who are you to say that they're not accessing their health rights, even if they're using street drugs? You know, you're telling us we evolved, and I accept evolution. I think Richard Dawkins is a fucking legend. But we co-evolve with substances, many of which, because of institutions, made inaccessible to us. But if we were alive in past ages, you might have had opium plants in your backyard next to the lilies and the daisies. And cocaine was not different. There was no real differentiation in place that set these substances apart from food sources, or class or category of food source. So I don't persecute street drug use, and there's already countries they're doing quite well. They're doing quite well in countries where not only is atheism prevalent, the lack of belief in the gods of organized religions, but where they have dropped the ban. And what's it for? What's the point? A non-violent, so a citizen can be in complete defense of any other citizen's right to life, health, movement, and expression. And all because they're using a substance that isn't Panadol. They will be chased by piggers, tackled by piggers, pinned to the floor by piggers, taken in jail, and their drugs confiscated by piggers. And the guy that owns the pharmacy chain, that's friends with the owner of the police station, can take the cocaine back from the confiscation room and then sell it to his entrusted. It is the most faggoty dance routine I've ever fucking comprehended. So I don't watch the media because I think that the journalists, a lot of them, are against their own principles. It's a bit like the dilemma where they say to Clark Kent, no one's buying newspapers anymore. So they need to keep the drama circulating, because if we end it, they figure there'll be nothing new to report on. And they want the corruption so they can be the heroes. And wow, look what I did. Made Sarah Reverse break down and cry on 6 minutes. I can't fight a woman, but I know Liz Hayes, and she has a lot of integrity. She has more integrity than the 60 Minutes Liz Hayes, and I hope she smashes your head in, even though you're in your 60s. I hope she punches you and you fall onto something roll on to something else and get COVID, AIDS, fucking Omega. I've been saying since 2010, if you want a fucking interview, knock on my door. I'll give you better than an interview. But these, yeah, they actually have bad ideas. Their actions are disgusting because obviously they're crossing other people's rights to life, movement, health, and expression. So the way I see it, you should be able to think about or imagine anything that you dislike, that you do like, anything. As long as you understand that those four rights are vital and they're owed to everybody. Why do we owe them to everybody? Well, there are things you have to do to survive, and unless people have those rights, you won't be able to survive. You know, the people that serve you at the shop, or the everyday things you'll take for granted. The person at the shop needs all those four rights themselves, or they can't put your groceries in a bag. You owe it to them, like a monetary debt. But it's more important than money, obviously. But yeah, it does make me sad, I think, because you know, and if it's true that Prince Harry said fuck off to the monarchy, good on him. I think he might have learned from watching Charles. Charles, I think, was a man of predicaments. It would be interesting to talk to him. Maybe if Jesus saves, that was the idea, that we begin to question how can we build on these rights? What's the best way? And he left the trace that of a question mark of the relevance of monarch, political reverence, and reverence for the Christian filth. Because that's what the media won't do. You'll notice them. Pay attention to where they dodge and pan and turn cameras. You know, some psychologists. I've seen plenty of these cases. So many of these cases. Have you taken on religion? Or considered a case against religion, and have you investigated religiosity in you know, and how people feel about religiosity on a nationwide scale? Yes. Yeah. Offers there 60 minutes. If you want me to make your careers, I have more interesting stories than you making little girls cry.